Oh, hello everybody. How you doing? Yeah, I know it's been a while. Like always, I come back on here. Yeah, gosh, I've been gone for so long. Just what do I do? I'm so sorry. Da, 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 da. But you know, at at some point, I have to always constantly ask myself, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough? It's just so overwhelming, my daily schedule. Gosh, it starts at 6 in the morning and I just record myself. I just take videos and record myself so I can, play them back for random children just so I can feel relevant and feel important. And by the time I make breakfast and the nanny does all the work and takes the other people's children somewhere else to school, it's just mind-boggling. I just don't know, when will I be good enough? I just don't know anymore. Hey everybody, good to see you. I'm glad actually a bunch of people are joining in. It really makes me happy. I am right now in the midst of setting up a permanent studio. Finally, it's going to have a great background. It's going to have everything, and I'm just warning everybody. I'm going to be here a lot more often now. So, small fries. Hey, thanks. Everybody's good. Me and Dad are good. BB, hi. Good to see you too. Hey, there's Kat. There's Kat and Phil. Free sandwich. So sweet. Anyway, guys, like I said, yeah. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but just had a massive transition, a big, huge move, getting situated, getting set up, and making sure Dad has everything he needs, and Dad's always happy, and because that's my job, and it's working out okay. There's ups and downs and bumps in the road here and there, but there's not much I can do about it. And I did, I'm not, I like being here, and I love being on the air and talking to everybody. I truly love that. But I must say it was a little nice to just sit back and watch the world and just see everything that goes on. And I want to say I'm kind of touched just a little bit, because I'd like to feel as though I had a little something to do with what, 7 to 10 people now who put on Meghan wigs and pretend they're Meghan. I would really love to believe that I had something to do with that from my previous shows almost 3 years ago. Yes, because yeah, I was the one who went out on the limb there, put the wig on, and mocked the most mockable person in the entire world. But as everybody knows, this is all for entertainment purposes only. But I seriously enjoy just sitting back, being silent, not doing anything except for my, usual corny Instagram posts and stuff like that. But watching everybody just, you talk about leaving yourself wide open for attack. You cannot fix stupid, period. And it just goes to show. There are so many people out there who finally see the light. Everybody, I think, is pretty much on board right now with exactly who Harry and Meghan are as people. And the world knows. They do it to themselves. You can't just get on Netflix and do a really, really bad show and think it's just amazing because it's you doing it. It doesn't work that way. No substance, no quality, no relatability. How do you relate with people in the world today when you're sitting there, putting out $87 worth of fruit for your kids in the morning, which is just a bunch of horse shit, and everybody knows it. It's just, not too many people get up in the morning and put flour sprinkles on their eggs. It just doesn't happen. What planet are you operating from? But Harry and Meghan are serious comedy gold now, and they've proven that to the entire world, not just me, but to everybody else. I've always known they were comedy gold. I told Harry a long time ago this day's coming, buddy. And it sure did come. But I don't know. It's good. It's good to be here. And thanks. I mean, look, I got 100 people in the room after being absent for a month and then a month before that. So love it, guys. You guys are awesome. But popularity wise, right now, this is something that I told Harry about in a letter years and years and years ago. I said, this is going to happen because people don't change. People like that who actually do what they do without thinking that there's any repercussions because they're owed something and they're better than everybody. You can't walk around in life like that and expect for that to last. It's not too long before the entire world sees right through you. Transparency is everything. And everybody knows who Meghan and Harry are now and what they're made of. And I still want to say a little bit that I still kind of feel sorry for Harry a little bit, but I don't anymore. I used to feel sorry for him because, he's thinking with the little head. And, well, whatever's left of it from the freezing accident is what I'd really like to say. He's thinking with the little head. And hook, line, and sinker, man, just hook, line, and sinker. He bought into it. And now he's living in Meghan Markle's personal movie, produced, financed by, I don't know, some charity or something, I think, allegedly, in my opinion. I don't know, but he's starring in Meghan's movie. And Meghan is playing this out to where, everything from the high-speed taxi chases to now their life is in danger. And he even went as far as saying, after he got his, what stepped on in court and said, don't let the door hit you in the ass, it's over. After that, then he goes on his rant and starts doing his interviews. And just, let's throw a little salt in the wound, Harry. Dude, zero brains whatsoever. I think I'm not the only one who thinks like this. As far as like, Harry, you had so many years to actually grow a new pair of nuts and put your foot down and do something about this, because I just don't get it. I have no idea. You sit there and you whine, bitch, and moan and cry about how your life's in danger and you can never bring Meghan or the children ever to the UK, to your home country, ever again because it's too dangerous. But yet you'll go fly around anywhere you want to go, do whatever you want to do with no security, and it's all just a bunch of horse shit. It's the poor me, wah victim game. Seriously. And you're starring in Meghan's personal movie. And she's writing, directing, starring, horrible actress, That last podcast, what the hell was that? What was that? It looked like a commercial for medication for mentally ill people. That's what it looked like. Allegedly, in my opinion, of course, but I have the right to say that, Her, the popularity, and now she's exhausted every single thing, right? And it's really coming down to the wire of what she's going to do for money now. Because now it's like the kids, she's throwing the kids out there all the time. Like the pictures of the backs of their heads, and they all look different. Every single picture looks different. It's just freaky. Who does that? There's something seriously wrong. Lady C and everybody in the world knows. Everybody saw the Moonbug pictures. Still playing this card. It's like, how long are you gonna grift off that title that's just about to be stripped? And when that happens, and I'm sure it's gonna happen very, very soon, what's left? I have a sneaky feeling, guys, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say this because I think I'm kind of good at calling like really what's gonna happen. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. After everything is exhausted, all the resources, and there's nothing left, right, whatsoever for sympathy or poor me or attention, right? She's probably gonna go crawling back to Netflix, and say, how about if I wear a microphone and you guys can stand outside in the bushes and I'll go have a heartfelt reunion with my father. You know that's coming. I know it's coming. You know, I can't wait for Netflix to call. That's hilarious. But to go in there, lose your court battle again because there was no, how could you even think that you were going to win that court battle? There is no way you're going to go to a UK court and win against the royal family, especially what you keep doing. It's like you talk so much shit and trash. You you guys totally attacked Catherine when she was sick. You just like totally disrespected the royal family time and time and time again. And now you're sucking rocks. And everybody knows it. The whole world sees it. The whole world knows it. And now it's just like, oh, but I'll never be able to take my kids to the UK. Well, you should probably check with the other parents to see if it's okay first to take them out of the country. Allegedly, in my opinion. But it's like, when is it going to stop? That's like Harry and Meghan are the gift they keep on giving. And yes, you know, I do talk to my dad about this, and it's like, he is so over it. I've told him a million times. I said, you know, it's never going to happen. She's never going to call. But then again, she is, because she's going to try and sell the entire world that she made a big, huge mistake by shitting all over my father, shitting all over my family, hiring PR teams to make us look bad before the wedding, during the wedding, and after the wedding continuously for years. And here we are today. Let's see. Who now has to use social media to communicate with their parents and their family? Harry, how does it feel that you have to use social media and interviews to communicate with your family? Gosh, what a pain in the ass that must be. And then they don't listen or pick up the phone. So, but this whole big security deal, what's it for? You guys don't need security. Especially Harry, you've got the claw with you at all times. You know, you don't need security. It's fabricated in Meghan's movie. Meghan is writing this movie day by day, every single day, and posts it all over Instagram every day. Like nothing is wrong. I think she's the only person who thinks that nothing's wrong. I don't know. That's the impression I get. But you can't go around and burn bridges everywhere you go and expect to be able to cross a river ever. Not going to happen. But I don't know. And then his legal bills. You know, now he's crying about his legal bills. Now he has to pay the legal bills because you lose. If you go and you lose, then you got to pay. Well, here's a little tip for you. Harry, just tell your wife to go start making more jam, and she could sell jam to pay for the legal bills. You know, I mean, the whole world knows that she made money other ways, like on fishing boats and stuff like that. But, you know, I think that's never going to happen ever again unless it's like a senior retirement cruise or something. Is that a Celtic knot on your chest? On my test? No, on my test? No, on my chest. No, it's not. It's not done yet, but. Oh, let's see. Who do we got here in the house? Let's say hello to a few people here since we're filling up good and quick here. Oops, chest. Hope your dad is well. It's nice that, yep. We're going to go venture out and see a couple sites in the vicinity, but I know, Kat, you're always trying to reach me. Deborah Sutton. Hi, Tom. Hope all is well. And your dad and Samantha. Yep, everybody is hanging in there, doing good. Ray and Cole from Australia. Hello. That's meow. Say hi to your pa. No answer. But anyway, so yeah, I've been putting off coming back on. Like I said, all my stuff finally arrived. Everything showed up in good condition. Nothing was broken. got a place to set up a permanent studio now. But this news is mind-boggling every single day. It's like the best soap opera in the world. It's like the Meghan and Harry drama every single day, and they're the only ones who don't see what kind of jackasses they look like. I mean, how bad does it have to be? I mean, do these people ever watch what they actually say on social media? Do they ever sit and play it back? I know Meghan does. She probably sits there and goes, "Oh, look, the Sussex Squad. Oh, look, I got 500 likes. Oh, yeah, 1,500 likes. Yeah, 1,500 Sussex Squad members. The only ones who like your shit." But, it's always been that way. And I would venture to say quite a few of them are probably just had enough also. I mean, at what point do you just go, we've got some serious mental problems here. We got some serious issues that need to be addressed, because the cheese done slid off the cracker, and it's apparent in every single video now. When I get set up, I've got everything good to go. So it's going to be a way more professional production, sound quality, video quality, everything. As everybody knows, I'm doing this on my phone right now again. Totally have to start over with a different computer, which I already got. So it's all going to be good. Let's see. Harry is in Vegas tomorrow. Harry likes Vegas, doesn't he? I wonder if his underwear are going to go up for auction again this time, or another prostitute's going to find him and sell him and put him in the paper, because that did happen. I do remember reading about that. I actually remember getting a call from somebody in Vegas who was promoting like the auctioning off of the underwear that the prostitute had left over from Harry's little venture out there. And I said, "No, I don't really want anything to do with the underwear thing. I don't want to run an auction for his underwear. That's, kind of nasty." But anyway, Singapore. Hello, kid. Yeah, it's going too quick here. Sorry, guys. Wow, to Sussex. Yeah, and the name thing. It's like I leave a lot of comments on a lot of things, and one of the funniest ones that I leave is a little clip from that movie My Cousin Vinny, where the judge goes, "Are you on drugs?" Because I leave that one quite often, all the time, because I just can't believe it. It's like, are you on drugs? Seriously, most of these things that get posted by them, it's nuts. All right, Harry in Vegas while Archie turns 6. Yeah, I mean, here, nobody's there for their birthday. It's the most ridiculous bullshit that continues on. Lady C has been calling this for years. I've been calling this for years. The moon bump pictures, the messed up fishy birth certificates that don't exist, the doctor's signature's missing, the palace doctor that should have been there for the birth, all that stuff. It just points to one thing: bullshit. And it's just ongoing. So me personally, myself, if they do, when William does strip their titles, which I know he's going to do. I mean, I think everybody has the same feeling on that. When he does strip the titles, I'm probably going to cry, because then I'm going to lose my title too. I will no longer be the Duke-in-law of Sussex. But it's just crazy. I'm waiting with bated breath just to see what comes next. It's mind-boggling what just keeps popping out of Meghan's little fantasy world in her head. But I do think that she's putting together, my personal opinion on this is she's writing this script according to Diana, right? Because Meghan thinks that she is Diana, right? She thinks she's the new Diana, which is weird anyway. But everything with the fake car chases, defying the royal family, actually, getting told to leave, and by the Queen. I mean, the Queen did say that when the Queen says that, what was that quote that she did? She goes, I'll know when I meet pure evil. And I met pure evil when I met Meghan and looked her in the eye, you know? Enough said right there. I mean, in my opinion, I think Meghan was told to get out and don't let the door hit you in the ass. And that's why they left. Not because they wanted their freedom, because Meghan couldn't hack it. Too big of a stick up her ass to follow any orders. So simple. The easiest thing to do in the entire world is just be a good person and a working royal. But no, Meghan's too good for that. So Meghan's too good for everything, obviously. And like I said, her best friend is probably the 10 mirrors in every single room of her house. It's got to be. So, wedding day, Queen. Yep. Yeah, you could see the look on the Queen's face on the wedding day. All those pictures will never go away, and pictures tell 1,000 words. And just the way Meghan walked in there and even looked at William while she's walking down the aisle. I mean, she's always kind of had the hots for William. She just wanted to be to the highest part that she could actually get to, and she got there. Who gets to that point in life and then screws it up? Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle. I think Queen of Flops should be the new title. Queen of Flops, because everything she does. Everything she does is not successful. Man, she must be used to it by now. I just don't know. Let's see, but she's the main character. Yeah, she's funding, starring, writing her own production. And like I was saying before, I think it's sickly, like revolving around Diana. She's trying to create another Diana scenario, saying that Harry had the balls to get, well, I think he has one ball because one got frozen off, but he has the balls to get up there and say someone in the royal family is trying to kill us. I mean, who told him to say that? Who brainwashed him into getting up there and saying that? Take a wild guess. Yeah, exactly. But it's just crazy. And I think the faster they strip those titles and put those two in their place, the better. And, stop the damage control, because then they could be held liable. You can't use royal titles when they've been taken away, and you were told not to use them when you were told to get your ass out of the palace and go away. But look who still does it. Oh, look at HRH and with some flower sprinkles. Oh, isn't it pretty? Yeah. Yep, I think Harry and that's right. Duke of Haven. Meghan and Harry are broke. I think they could be running out of money. I think a lot of people started donating to their charities too. 95% goes to costs. 5% barely makes it to where it needs to go. That's what I heard and wrote somewhere about charities, and a lot of them. But between the high-speed taxi chase in New York, which it should have been a skit on Saturday Night Live. It was just hilarious. You can't go anywhere at high speed in New York City unless it's 3 a.m. and you're on a bicycle. That's about it. But now, in the little clips from there's that man on the scooter again, Harry. Yeah, the same guy on the scooter. It's like a high-speed chase from a guy on a scooter. That's a big threat. Okay. And now she's painting this picture like it's so dangerous, right? The only reason they're begging to go back to the UK is because everything they did over here is shit. And it fell apart. And, they're the laughing stock. But if they don't see that you just can't go around and treat everybody like a piece of garbage and expect to get away with it, and then just tell everybody, write books about them, say bad things about them, do Netflix specials about them, do Oprah interviews about them, and then come crawling back after everything you touch turns to dog shit. Yeah, doesn't work that way. And it's just like I was saying earlier about, I know that day's coming, you know. Please, oh daddy, oh daddy, I'm so sorry, daddy, you know. I love you, daddy. I'm sorry I left you in the hospital after your heart attack. Oh, I'm sorry I left you after your stroke in the heart attack and I went to Uvalde, Texas for a photo shoot with my Netflix crew. Oh yeah, I'm sorry I haven't called you or texted you in 6 years. Yeah. Oh, it's coming. And here comes the Netflix crew, here comes the microphones, here comes the hidden cameras, but it's not going to happen. There's a picture of the net sitting outside Buckingham Palace many years ago. Yeah, she was. She did. She was in London sitting outside with one of her friends outside Buckingham Palace. She was probably stalking Diana, you know. But everything that this woman does, she thinks she's Diana, especially talking to Diana in the grave. Huge red flag. Bye. Okay, you have a great day. I'll call you. Don't you worry. Bye. that's what I would do. Living the dream. New tattoo. Red flag, yes. Bab66, apparently it was just moving all easier. It's brilliant, really, because solves a problem with the alleged surrogacy. Yeah. But to make up these things as you go along, right? To suit the narrative, to try one last victim card thing or the next victim card thing, or like it's everybody else's fault. It's not. You make your bed, you sleep in it. And that's exactly what's happened. You make your bed for the last 6 years in the entire world. The only people who don't see it are the Sussex squad, and they're probably dwindling. Their quarterly checks are probably not in their accounts anymore. But, you know, would you expect anything less? No. Helen Tudor Douglas. Wow, thank you so much. Nice surprise to see you and hear you online, Thomas. Hope you and your family are having a wonderful springtime. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know this, but we kind of went to the Far East. Yeah, so my dad wants to see a few things and have the best possible, you know, last whatever time he's got remaining, whether it be, you know, a year or 5 years or whatever, but want to go see the pyramids in Cambodia and a few other destinations, but we're over here, everything's fine, and it's all good. But I was like, honestly, guys, I was just like, I hadn't done a show in so long, and Dad was going, you need to get back out there. People like you, Tom. And I go, yeah, I know, but it's just ups and downs and finding places to live that are suitable for all the needs. It wasn't easy. Not as easy as I thought it would have been, but it's getting better and making a lot of progress. And you guys are going to be really happy. I have so many props now. I have so many things I've acquired. The studio is going to be great. It's going to be set up three different spots, three different backgrounds, but it's going to be a dedicated studio at all times, and better quality sound, better quality camera work, and yeah, lots of lives and lots of regular shows too, because that's one thing that I am very pissed off about myself not doing. The real Thomas Markle Jr. and friends means something. And all my previous shows from years ago, those friends are gonna join us again. We're gonna have Meghan Snorkel McBunions. We're gonna have Chick Magnet. We're gonna have a couple other people, but it's all coming back. And that's it. But I was nervous about coming back because I always have these long gaps because so many things to take care of, and then I just put it off and put it off and put it off. But I can't do that because now it's now. the cream is rising to the top. So it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Chick magnet, yes. You know, I don't know if I want to spoil it for everybody, but Chick Magnet's right over there right now. He is. He's rehearsing lines, reading some scripts, but he made it. He showed up in one piece. He's good to go, so he will be coming back. That's why that's why we need to click like on Thomas's videos. Yes, and yeah, that's another thing. I did actually find some people here locally that really know social media and really know how to make things go where they need to go and grow like crazy, because everybody knows that my channel growth just stopped when I was getting hacked all the time by Meghan's little flying shitbag monkey squad, right? Yeah, I got hacked repeatedly over and over again, and my growth, my followers, everything stopped and plateaued off and then leveled off. And a bunch of other jealous people out there who were just fucking with me all the time, every time I would do a show. I don't want to mention any names, but some things may vary, you know? Just like stealing every single thing that I ever put out there and putting it on her show like it was her material. It's just like, who does that? You know? Shitbags do that. That's what kind of people do that. But none of that bothers me, because I've got some good people on my team now, and we're going to make things happen in a big way on every platform. Instagram, Facebook, what's the other one? TikTok. Yeah, we're doing them all. All of them are going to go crazy, and especially YouTube, because I found the easy way. I found the easy way to do things, and these people know the algorithms and they know how to make things happen. That's not me. I just, you know, I just talk. But yes, Kat, I know you're on TikTok. I see you all the time on there. Let's see, watching, how many are Meghan's monkeys? Yeah, well, it's no secret that everybody knows Meghan's Sussex squad, right? So Meghan goes into the royal family. Here, I'll tell you a quick little story. She goes into the royal family, and then all of a sudden doesn't like, you know, the easiest job in the world, just, right? How hard is that, right? And curtsy with respect instead of being a complete jackass about it, right? When you curtsy it and like mock the queen, I mean, Harry should have just packed it up and just said, get the fuck out now. Seriously. Nobody does that to me or my family or makes an ass out of me. But that's what happens when your little frozen chicken nuggets fall off in the snow. Or did you get your little frozen nuggets from Marcus Allen and the bucket of ice in the hotel room with Meghan that one time when you were tied to the bed? Gosh, I don't know. Where did I read that story from? Allegedly, in my opinion, of course. But dude, grow a pair. Your wife mocks your grandmother, the queen, and you let that slide? Wow. But, you know, that's where you're at right now, buddy. So listen to your dad. He knows what a star looks like. It would be. Listen to your dad. Yeah, Darlene. Yes, I know, Darlene. Yes. And look at all this wonderful time I have now. But, you know, I got so, let's see, people yanked my chain and wasted a lot of my time before because of Meghan's connections, right? I have a feeling now a lot of those connections are gone, Meghan. And I have a really good feeling now that when my book is finished, oh, it'll be swooped up real quick, because it's getting there. I'm working on it. And don't you worry there, dipshit. It's coming out. And I think all your connections, Meghan, probably don't really want much to do with you anymore. So, you know, this even goes back like when I wanted to do the documentary and I kept getting stonewalled, right? People just blowing smoke up my ass every single day and just dragging me out day, month, year after year, right? Only to come to find out, you know, your stupid connections, right? And the people that, you know, the rich people in your pockets and whatever favors you did to them, God knows, but that's a disgusting, horrible visual I don't want to think about, you know? So I have a feeling a lot of those are gone now. And I have a feeling there's a huge market and there's people who will probably really want that. So as for everybody who wasted my time before, you guys can go suck it, right? Because you'll never get a chance to deal with me ever again. And you know who you are. So there are people out there, on the other hand, who would love to deal with me. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But I really want to maybe spin off the book. And then when the book gets read, the documentary will follow. So I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm not a greedy person. It's not about the money. It's about the principle. You know, of course it would be nice to have a nice little cushion from selling a book. Sure, I wouldn't have to, you know, I don't really worry about it anyway. I mean, I'm not rich. I don't hardly make any money off of YouTube or any social media. And it is what it is. But, you know, money's just money. Money is just something that you can't take with you when you die. Money helps people. You know, if you have a little bit, you can give a little bit to somebody who really needs it. Other than that, life is pretty simple. You just don't need all this shit in your life. It's so simple just to have family. Family and friends are the most important thing in life, period. Hands down, because you can't buy them, right? You can't buy family. You can, like Meghan. Meghan has to buy everything. Meghan, I'm sorry, you are like every picture that you put online or in an interview, I don't know if you've noticed or anything, but when you stare into your eyes, there's nothing fucking there. Zero. There is nothing behind those dark, shallow, creepy eyes. And yeah, this is coming from me, the guy who grew up with you. Yeah, it's bizarre. And that's who you are. So glad you sold out. And I'm glad it's not working out for you. You know, you can sit and just live off the riches of your jam. You must have made a killing on that jam. Wow. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, I think. That and the flour sprinkles and the and the fruit platter. But what was even better on the first episode is when you and Doria were fucking cooking up some bath salts. Oh my God. Oh, Mama knows best, all right. Yeah. What else did she teach you how to cook on the stove? I wonder. I remember seeing some things when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. Yeah, I do. I sure do. Yeah. Starting to wonder how that bled over into somebody's mental stability. Gosh, I could put my finger on it. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. But we're going to save that kind of stuff for like one of the chapters in the book. All right. Everybody wants the book. I now have dedicated time, you know, done. It's not easy moving. It's not easy moving around. It's not easy. It's like it's mind boggling, especially when you do it all yourself. But, you know, but at what point do I have to ask myself, am I good enough anymore? Am I pretty enough anymore? Am I smart enough? How do I have to keep proving it over and over again and make videos of myself saying goodnight to my children and reading a book and the nanny? Oh, my man. Yeah. Unbelievable. Is it true? When Merchant was 17, she was in a street gang. I wouldn't be one fucking bit surprised. I think she was in a certain kind of gang name. Who knows? Okay, please make some more skits. Hey, I just got done telling you. Right now, I can see Chick Magnet sitting right there. I can see him right there. He's right there. You know? Oh, I just noticed who else is sitting here? Old me gains McSnorkel McBunions. she's sitting here too. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's only a matter of, you guys are not rid of me, okay? Like I said, I was nervous about coming back. It's been another month, but guess what? Three, 4 times a week. Yeah, 3 or 4 times a week. You know, what else do I like to do 3 or 4 times a week? Or is that a day? I don't know. But lots more to come, guys. Like I said, I'm really doing this raw right now. That computer is done. This computer is good to go. This computer is good to go. Yeah, and I'll be on it. But until, like, it's only like a matter of a week until everything is completely set up. The background, the props, everything, the audio, the sound effects, and all that good stuff. It's just about a week away, but you're gonna see me. I'll be on this phone almost every day, at least an hour a day, every other day. But anyway, all right, let's see. Can you guys bump my question, please? Laugh out loud. Grandpa, grandparents, rights in California. Let's see. Yeah, there are. But you know what? You know, I've mentioned my dad can sue to see his grandkids, but are they his grandkids? I mean, I honestly don't know. Honestly, and neither does he. I saw like an interview with Catherine the other day, and somebody asked her a question, something about the kids, and she goes, "Oh, I don't know. I haven't met them yet." Yeah, I don't think anybody's met them. I think it's just a bunch of horse malarkey. Hey, look at horse malarkey. Yeah, but, and like my dad really wants to go through that. I don't think I don't really think, he says he's always left the door open for Meghan just to make amends and swallow what zero pride that she has, and make amends and say she's sorry. And I've even said that before. I said, Meghan, one thing could happen that would maybe save your ass in good graces with dad, or the family for that matter, and that's a public apology, right? Get your stupid ass out there in front of a microphone that you love so much on one of your podcasts and tell the world what a dumbass you are and how bad you fucked up. Just admit it, swallow the pride that you don't have, and, at least apologize to dad, but not with Netflix and not with a microphone stuffed up your butt or wherever the hell you hide things on your body. God only knows, and it's gross, and then it's a bad visual. But, but no, the narcissist, will continue telling hundreds of lies to cover one. So if you add up how many times Meghan has lied, let's see, do the math, square root divided by 5. Oh, square number on that, times 500, yeah, times 2,000, yeah. 477,000 lies to cover 5 lies for Meghan. And it just goes on and on and on, because the narcissist is never wrong and will never, ever admit wrongdoing, ever. It's always somebody else's fault for the drama and bullshit that they create. And everybody knows that. So people are still watching and listening. Yes, pride, shame, decency. Yeah, you guys are all spot on. Sunny, Sydney, happy to catch you live. Yeah, you're sort of in my time zone now there, Sunny. A little bit north of you, but pretty much same time zone. All right, you are right, counselor, 40 years and right on. You are right on, doctor. Small fries, mama, cat space. Be sure to hit the like. Yeah. Okay, guys, since we want to just, okay, I am going to hold up my end of the bargain on this, because I've been waiting a long time to actually record and edit and splice and put together videos, because I'm very good at it before. And lately I've just been doing lives. But now I'm going to do some funny videos. It's going to be spectacular. And I can't wait. I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm here. So if I'm not doing a live, I'm going to be posting videos. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, tell everybody about it. Boost the channel. I'll even repost some of my old videos, but they're all there. You guys can go back and watch them or whatever. Do whatever you got to do. But like, subscribe, tell everybody about me. And, you know, we're going to make this thing take off one way or the other. There's no reason why I don't have 500,000 subscribers, you know. But that would be pretty incredible if I did. I mean, a lot of people are killing it out there, but consistency. You have to be consistent, and that's where I failed. Everybody is not being consistent. So, post your lives, Tom. I do. I post them all the time. Actually, it's under the lives. So there's regular videos, there's shorts or lives, but they're all there. You can just keep reposting them. That's my job, I guess. But anyway, when will we see Grace? You're going to see me tomorrow, okay? How does this time work for everybody who's on here now? Just out of curiosity. Is this time good? Neil Sean post every day, 4 p.m. sharp. Yep, Neil Sean, he's on it. I used to not like him, but he's finally come around because he used to be up Meghan's twat also, you know, but now he knows what's up. Neil Sean's all right. Giddy up. Good time, Mr. Blinkett. They're going quick now, sorry. Okay, Linda Wagner, good time for me. I don't know, let's see, where is everybody? I know it's about almost going on 3 p.m. in Sydney, right? And it's about 10 p.m. in California. 6 a.m. in Scotland and the UK. So let's see. How could I bend this a little bit for the UK as well in Scotland? I could bend this to where? San Diego. See, Eastern United States, it's a little late. So 12 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. Is what it is. We'll just try 12 or 1 o'clock, but every single day, we'll try and post something. And, okay, Ontario. Who's in Ontario? That would be 1 a.m., right? Ontario would probably be 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, what time is it where I'm at? Right now, it is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Cat lady, go to bed. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night's rest. Let's see, it's 5 a.m. here. Night shift worker, Babs. Okay. Florida. Okay. Well, like I said, the good thing is that everybody showed up. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to get back to work. You know, me and all my multiple personalities, boy. But you know, I have to say, I'm going to have to mention this again, Harry. I'll bet right now, I would just bet money on the fact that you're probably going, Tom wrote me a letter and I didn't listen. Yeah, but it's okay, Harry. I think from what I understand, right, you know how they print like 3D print, they'll print steaks, they can print meat, and they can print human body parts. Harry, I'm sure you have enough money left over somewhere in your trust. You could go have one of these doctors print you a new set of balls, all right? Don't worry about the ones that are in Meghan's jar or that she carries around in her purse. Go have a set of balls printed, Harry. You can do it, you know? Be a man. And just stop your fucking whining, you know, because you're playing Meghan's. You're just a star in Meghan's movie for the last 6 years. She played you like a fiddle. And that's, in my opinion, of course, but how come Harry will forgive the royals, but Meghan won't do the same to your father? Because Well, see, narcissism is actually running off, and bleeding into Harry's mind. I think maybe he gets like maybe tied down and like drugged or something, and then they put like spells on him. Who knows? Maybe Megan and Doria run around him with like their little pixie dust things and put little spells on Harry to make him obey and comply and do what they say. Who knows? I've never seen anybody under that kind of spell ever in my life, but wow, it's really sad. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, she's playing a very, very, very risky game. That's the way I see it. Um, yeah. Is it true? Is adult daughters of mother Sperry's kids? I don't. Sorry. Word salad. Scumbags. Harry does speak like her now. Yes. Very true, Grace. You can tell. He goes out there and plays the victim so well now after being like, hypnotized and under whatever voodoo black magic spells that they throw on him to make him sit there and just blah, 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 blah. Poor me. I'm not going to mention who wants me dead in the royal family, but the royal family. It's like the same thing with the Oprah interview. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm just going to say it. It's like he just said it. He's so stupid. And then you just did that just because you lost in court, lost your security again. So now get on there, oh, I don't know how long my father, oh, I just, I miss my country. They're never going to meet my kids. Of course they're never going to meet your kids. I don't think anybody's ever met your kids. Man, it's just never ending. And it's just like Meghan's script. She writes it every day, and Harry just, does what he's told. So, yep, it's gonna get, I think it's gonna get a lot more interesting as the days go by, because I think a lot of people will agree on the same fact that, Netflix has had enough. I mean, obviously the podcast is a fucking joke. I mean, people just sit there and go, oh my God, I need medication just to watch this shit. That's what I thought. I go, really? You're getting paid to do this? Wow. Paid to complain and not being able to relate to anybody on the planet except for yourself. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Algorithm. Today, boys and girls, the word for today is algorithm. Hit that like button 1,000 times. I have a feeling, okay, I'm going to make a personal pledge here that I am going to stay on this 3 to 4 times a week religiously with other recorded programs, the funny ones, the ones that I'm really good at. And let's get me up over 40,000 in the next 2 weeks, because I've been under 40,000 subscribers for God knows how long, and it was climbing like crazy, and then it stopped, and we all know why. Yeah, it's because the Flying Monkey Shit Stain Squad, and they're who's that guy? Who's the hacker that's her friend? Yeah, that guy. But anyway, it's doable. We can do it, but also. And I promised this so many times, but now I have a good lead on it. There's going to be merchandise. There's going to be a store connected. I have people that actually know what they're doing now. So it'll be good. So. Always, yeah. Well, Prince Harry's always going to be a prince, just, he can call himself P. Harry, sort of like P. Diddy. I don't know. He's always going to be a prince. But when you're told not to use those titles once you leave the royal family, and I just saw this on an interview, somebody said over and over again, if you leave, you will no longer have royal security. 10 times they said that, and they left anyway. I think because she was told to leave. I think the palace had enough for her right off the bat, especially disrespecting the queen. And then tormenting Catherine. If I was William, and somebody did that to my wife, attacked her in the media and said all those horrible things out of nothing but sheer jealousy, oh boy. Oh no, yeah. Come on back. Oh, come on back. Oh, come on back to the palace. We got a special place for you. Yeah, it'd be in the tower. that's that's what I would do. But I'm sure William's got. I'm sure because, like I said, if I was Williams and we did that to my wife, I'd be like, "Oh, game on." So let's see. Let's see who else. Harry said he wanted to be called Harry. I'm a princess, by the way. What was that one thing that wasn't too far back where Meghan's actual title would be Princess Hank, Princess Hanky, or Princess Hank, or something like that? Where did I read that? It's kind of funny. But, yeah, I don't think anybody can wait for William to become king because William's got an agenda. He knows what's up, and he's going to put his foot down. Leanne, Dad's doing pretty good. Henry, yeah, Princess Henry. Yeah, that's right. Princess Henry. Now that's Princess Henry, let's see, Princess Floppy Henry. Floppy Sloppy Henry. Princess Sloppy Floppy Henry. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Shame on Meghan for being embarrassed by her own flesh and blood. Well, you started it. That's why I wrote that letter, because everybody, I've told this story a million times, but when you have an upbringing, and I'll be sharing a lot of photos and videos now that I have in my possession now of, when you grow up with somebody, even though you live somewhere else, but you always get together and everything, and then somebody does that to you, when all you did was say, get these paparazzis off my ass. I'm tired of it, Nobody came around and talked to me. And I said, and their word back from the palace when Meghan thought her shit didn't stink was, that's distant family and I don't know those people. Well, you make your bed, you sleep in it. So that's where you get your own flesh and blood mocking you every day because of the twat that you are. And that's the way it is. You're a fucking twat. But I gotta watch my language too, because you can't really do that. And I do apologize that. It's gotta watch the language. But, if it looks like a duck, smells like a duck, acts like a duck, walks like a duck, yeah, probably a quack. Wasn't there an Easter video about that? Yeah. It's a duck. Me and my dad laughed about that, and I'll tell you the story, the reason why we laughed about that, because there's a duck park in where it not quite, it's in Encino, California, which is Ventura Boulevard and Balboa, and it's an intersection, by the way. There's a historical monument there from like the late 1800s, a mission, and they turned it in. There's a big pond there, and it's a massive duck park, right? Meghan, right, was taken to that duck park probably minimum once a month, and they have these little bins there full of little packages of duck food on the honor system, right? So you can put some money in the box and take some duck food, right? I don't know how many times Meghan has been to that duck park, all growing up, her whole entire fucking life. Oh, sorry, don't swear. Excuse me, no swearing. But for her to sit there in Montecito with backgrid in the bushes with their cameras rolling, obviously there just happened to be a camera crew there, and Meghan happened to be coming out of the bushes. I call them rented ducks. If you're gonna rent kids, you can also rent ducks. like they do for the studios, those are rental animals. Yeah, can I get some ducks here for Easter? I want to look really surprised and look like really dumb. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, how ridiculous was that video? But Megan grew up with lots of ducks. She fed the ducks once, twice a month. We spent hours there at the duck park. And then we would go eat. Not at Sizzler. I mean, sometimes Sizzler, but we would probably go to, eat at a good restaurant. And we weren't poor. And it's just one thing after another. Her whole life is like this little fantasy in her head, like weird. I guess that's what happens when you buy all these domain names that have to do with Princess Meghan, Queen Meghan, Princess Lilibet, Prince Archie, WW Royal Meghan, Meghan Markle, Queen, all these weird domain names purchased even before you went out with Harry. Yeah. Are we painting a picture now? Yeah. Archie Bucks and Invisibet. Yep. 11 tax-free LLCs. Yeah. Somebody posted something about that I actually copied because it was just it gave the rundown of LLCs. And that's where you come up with in Delaware, right? Where all the LLCs, anybody can have an LLC and take 95% of donated money and spend it on their expenses. Now, if that's not disgusting, I don't know what is. I mean, that's just pure greed, disgusting greed. I would never do that, I would probably take 10% for expenses and the rest goes to charity. It's just, when you got, all these rich elite people, they all do the same thing, right? There's no physical buildings, addresses in any of these LLCs, and which makes me wonder. Does make me wonder. Gosh. Yeah. Boy, when they start looking into that, because I think they are. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, this is going to be an ongoing story for a long time. Meghan and Harry, the gift they keep on giving, the comedy duo of the century. That's what it is. Herd cheese steak. Her book is under tax free. You understand? Can't space wise. I'm swearing what people think. Cheerleader, you understand? Can't space. Swearing. Tom, will you be getting interviewed on other channels in the future, or have you sworn off them? I will probably I'll do some other things, but the main thing now is to stay focused on me, and only me. I want to stay focused on me and getting you guys content, reliable content, like I used to do all the time, 3-4 times a week, and at least 1 or 2 lives every single week. So we're going to do that, and then I'll worry about other people's channels, but there's only a couple that I'll go on. I saw something that kind of like threw me for a loop the other day on Kevin on Talk TV, where it had mentioned today on Our Recollections May Vary, and I didn't know how I took that, because that's just I don't know. I just saw it was a little kind of fishy. I don't know if I'm going to go on anybody's channel except for my own. So, but I can have guests on my show also. That's what I want to stay focused on. So, Amy, thank you. I'm glad I'm back too. Like I said, in the next week or so, the studio will be finished, decorated, ready to go, easy to operate, technically advanced. Oh boy, we're coming out of the dark ages into the big time. So, stay on your own, safer. Yes, stay on your own. Definitely safer, because see, the thing about it is, like, everybody steals my stuff anyway and puts it on their show, and they don't even like copyrighted stuff is very tricky. You can get in trouble for doing that. So I don't go on steal other people's videos off their channels and what they talk about. So, but people need clickbait. People people need content. So, but like I said before, I must say, I want to feel as though I had something to do with the fact that 10 to 20 people now put on Meghan's wig and mock her and pretend. It's just hilarious. And there's that one, what's that one dude's name? Josh or something? Spot on. That guy cracks me up. So just hilarious. That comedy genius. So anyway. Small fries, getting furry cuddlies from my puppy and kitty right now. Hey, sounds like a movie. All right. Anyway, so guys, like I said, this video was here today just to break the ice, which I did. I got back out there, and like I said, Chick Magnet sitting right there. Meghan's Snarkle McBunions sitting right next to him. It's going to be good. And we'll have a couple other guests on the show here and there, but the recorded skits, like bookmarks, it's classic. And Chick Magnet, it'll be fine. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe, everybody. We are in some very weird times. Everything going on in the world is just getting out of control. We don't know what's going on. The seismic activity, the volcanic activity, it's getting kind of creepy. Who knows? Maybe the poles are shifting. Maybe, just read between the lines, but just stay safe and stay prepared. I did read in quite a few places. All the shortages with the tariffs and the shipping and the lack of products and the lack of food and the recalls and the new outbreaks and the new sicknesses and the new viruses. You can't keep your head on straight. But what you can do is remember the important things in life, and that's your family and your friends, right? You can't buy them and they can't buy you. Not in the case of my family, because I know Meghan bought some people in my family. Really kind of pissed me off. And it's just so obvious, but we'll save that for the book. So anyway, tell all your loved ones, hug them, tell them you love them every single day. And I promise you guys, we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow and the day after that, and so on and so on. But I'm going to get busy. I've got writing to do, lots of writing for the show and for other things. All right. Let's see. You see me? Yes, I do see you on TikTok. Jeez, every day. Just hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, Melinda. Thank you. That's a nice compliment. Probably with a Scottish kilt on, though. Anyway, that's how everybody knows me. I just talk straightforward to my audience. I like to read the comments, answer the comments, anything I can, because it's all real. What you see is what you get, and is what it is. We're all wondering still to this day, did Meghan get sucked up to a UFO one day or something and then crapped out, or eaten by a giant terrestrial being and then pooped out back into the neighborhood somewhere? We don't know what happened. No idea. But people do complain about the odor, though, once in a while. That's becoming a trend. People say the admitting of a foul odor around Duchess McBunions. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, I love you and thanks for tuning in. I really super appreciate, it makes me very warm inside to know that I don't come on here for a whole entire month. And I come on here unannounced with 1 hour notice, and I get almost 400 viewers. And that's awesome. You guys are great. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and I forget who did that. Who did that for me? Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? And I'd like to say special thank you to. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? So many comments. Look at that. Oh, I mentioned you, but where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, here. Let me see. What was that? Anyway, thank you for very nice, generous tip there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you know, I used to do special things also to where I'd have people call in or call in a number with their phone number so I could text them live or talk to them live on the air. I'm going to bring that back again too, because that was a lot of fun and it means a lot to people just to, you know, reach out and talk to somebody live on the air like right now. So we're going to bring that back again and everything else tenfold. All right, guys, thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see everybody very shortly. All right. Be good, love yourself, love your family, go out of your way, random acts of kindness, all that comes in tenfold and comes back tenfold to you in a good way. All right, guys, love you, and I'll see you soon.